When people cannot find an answer for negative things that happen to them, they hear themselves saying, it wasn't meant to be. But sometimes that phrase is used because there are no other alternatives. In my experience, Chinese metaphysics offers practical and alternative options. My name is Veronica Montanola. I'm the founder of Life Simple Pleasures. Contrary to what others may think, Feng Shui is not just about making the house look zen. It is about working with its energy. Chinese astrology is not just an entertaining subject. It is a life blueprint. Here are a couple of examples of what happens when bad energy hits. Example number 1. 2018 was a slow year for professional singer. She tried different things to make her business grow, but the phone was not ringing. Her income was dwindling, and her savings were almost gone. Out of solutions and desperate, she got in touch with one of my colleagues in November of last year. She had tried all year long for things to change without any luck. So my colleague looked at her information and realized in 5 minutes that her personal space was affected by negative energy, which reduced her ability to make an income. Nothing new was coming in. Example number 2. The message on the phone, on my phone, said, 2018 was a horrible and trying year for me. Please tell me things are going to change next year. So that was a call from someone I knew. And after talking to her, this is what she shared. I got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer last year. My roommate has been sick. He has been battling liver disease. And during the year, he got diagnosed with heart failure, cancer, diabetes, and now dementia from all the meds that he's taking. And she continued, I had bedbug infestation twice. I got rid of everything I had to start all over again, twice. Business has dwindled to nothing. My family's angry, and so is the landlord. They're not helpful at all. I have never imagined that things would turn out this way. I'm a strong person, I've been successful in my career, and now I deal with creditors on a daily basis. My friends have been very helpful, but they are at a loss for words because every time they ask me what's going on, I have more bad news. So those two are real life examples from negative energy forces at work. What's happening? What's the interpretation? So in example number 1, bad energy was in the singer sector for 2018. Her life and career energy were affected by it. And it was already November and late in the year, so my colleague said, save your money, hang on tight because the energy is going to change next month for the good. So came December and she got in touch with my colleague and said she was happy. She said, I'm getting contracts again. Energy shifted. How did this happen? Well, 2018, she got affected by a double negative energy. So in her case, she was able to turn it around easily. But imagine the repercussions. Imagine that maybe one of her friends, for example, one of her colleagues might have gotten a contract that she wanted to get, but didn't get. And could that have started a feud between them? Could that have started her on a negative path? Think about the possibilities that could happen when we're hit with negative energies. What would the trajectory of our life go to? Would it stay stable in her case? She tried. But what if she got depressed and she went down? So what was with example number 2? She got hit by 4 negative influences. That's why her case was a lot more severe. And for the sake of time, I will cover what these influences are during my webinar, along with other examples. We live in duality, and we see contrast. We see yin and yang. We see dark light, positive and negative, because that's what we have been taught. It has been ingrained in us. But what if there's a middle way? What if there's a system that can anticipate certain energy forces so one can avoid unnecessary suffering and pain? So the system is classical feng shui and Chinese astrology. This body of knowledge has been around longer than the word science. Science is just catching up to this and many other ancient practices. I invite you to join me on Saturday, January the 12th, to discover what some of these principles are and the first thing you can do to avoid unnecessary suffering. So register for a free webinar by following the link below and get more creative solutions for your daily living. So meant to be is no longer valid. Creating your best life is. If you get something out of this video, I want you to know that there are options and solutions out there. So using classical feng shui alone, you can enjoy 33% life improvement. Imagine the possibilities when you could see your natal chart, your astrology chart with that. So join me with 3 guests this Saturday to learn what you can do better for 2019 and create your best year ever. Thanks for joining me.